When you stop caring what other people think, you step into a completely different version of you. You are now willing to let go of attachment. You are now willing to let go of how others view you, in turn, creating an identity for yourself based on the outside. And when you bring the energy back inside, you are then able to create the best version of yourself that lives in elevated states of positive energy for yourself and others and every situation. You're no longer consumed by what does this person think? How is that opportunity going to work? How does that person think about me? Instead, you focus on how you are feeling, but you are also aware of everyone around you. If they feel a particular way, you don't identify with it. You just let it be what it is. You now have the courage to be disliked. You have the courage to be liked. You're neutral. You're good either way. It doesn't matter if this person approves of you, you walk by in a public place, or if that woman is very attracted to you as you walk by her. They're both the same situation because your energy is non-dependent on them. Because you've changed your field by watching some of my past content. You're changing your field to that of a person that is living in courage and acceptance. And just because people don't resonate with the person that you are, the person that you are becoming, staying in the familiar will attract the familiar. When you are willing to get away from living in that familiar, living in that comfortable, you're going to become the best version of you that is going to repel some people, that is going to attract more people because there's no attachment. You're good either way. And when you start living your life like that, you become more magnetic to what you think you wanted anyway. And when you finally get it, the thing that you thought you desired ends up not being what you pictured anyway. Learn that the mind plays a story, and the story is not always true. Have a better relationship with the mind and start using it to your advantage. You start using the mind as a tool for becoming the best version of you and tuning into the quantum. When the mind and the matter is connected, instead of matter needing to be brought to life by physical work, the mental work will actually set up the universe to bring these things to life. Because when you are mentally rehearsing and mentally connecting to those visions while living in elevated states, you are connecting frequencies of belief. And when that belief connects with that is in existence in the quantum field, you have made a connection, and it will then come to life. And before I became a YouTuber that does personal development to help you, I had a vision. I lived in elevated states. I wrote down that vision. I rehearsed that vision. I rehearsed talking. And then it came to life. It was time to start to become a YouTuber to do it. But when you mentally rehearse it, but don't have the elevated states, then they're just thoughts. Those are just desires that are attachment. When you choose to change the energy in the body to that of the person or the success that you are looking to achieve, the state of being in that feeling and the thing you are focusing your energy on starts to come to life in the form of signs or in the form of you taking action. When you start to change the synaptic brain patterns to that of accepting, you are changing the story completely that the universe is going to work for you. And the things that you are going after in your life are going to work for you. And the things that don't work for you, they weren't meant for you. So you change the story to that there's something wrong with you to that thing didn't resonate with me because I'm on a different path. You learn to accept it. It doesn't end up being a blockage that is stored subconsciously, and you move on from it. Like driving by a tree on the road. You see that tree, you keep driving, the tree is gone. Same with life events. When life events become unimportant, like others' opinions of you, because you are not living your life for them. You can live a life in service of other people, but we are not living to make sure that they like us. We are not living in attachment to how they feel about us. You are living in the most powerful version of you. You're living in that frequency because you connect with that daily in meditation. You've mentally rehearsed being that. And now you are knowing it and you are willing to do the work. And when you start to break the habit of the old thought patterns, the negative feelings that are created by those thoughts, you allow them to run their course and be gone. And you let go of the old life and you bring in the new life, which is then available for you because you choose to live in elevated states. And when you create this version of yourself, you won't want to look back. And then start tracking your progress and see how you were when you first started. And that's growth. 1 year of doing that work, the inner work of changing your body, changing your mind. And when you change your mind, your body changes in how you react, in how you act in public. Those of us that lived in attachments, we're always tuned to the outer environment. And when you are attached to how others view you, you're tuning into them with the empathic powers I talk about in a past video. I'll link it in the top corner. Empaths have superpowers. And what's our superpowers? Is to tune to everyone with our third eye. And we can feel what they feel. And then what they feel about us becomes an identity in what we tell ourselves. Because it's the same story, it's the same energy that you kept living. It's the same automatic life that you're living every day. When you choose to wake up in the morning, work on becoming somebody completely different, the body changes to somebody who's completely different. You are sending the signal that your field is no longer in alignment with the old field that was in autopilot. And now you are starting to take the steps throughout your day to change a few things. It's not waking up to the cell phone to making coffee, to making the coffee, to jumping in the car, to jumping in the car to get caught up to the same car that makes you drive 20 below the speed limit. To get to work, to go in that you're 5 minutes late, your boss picks on you, the same employee you run into that ticks you off. You go throughout your day, get to dinner time, get to lunch, get to supper time, your shift is done. You race to drive to get home, to have to prepare supper and be overwhelmed with the tasks, so you can rush to sit down and watch TV, so you can rush and go to bed, so you can rush to wake up the next day and do the same thing again. When you can become aware that that's an automatic life, that's auto-programmed, that is living in the comfortable. When you start to change 2 or 3 things about your day, that's going to start to change you. It's going to start to change the universe, how it views you, and it will start to grant you unexpected signs in the form of abundance, in the form of opportunity. You won't have to stay at that job if you don't like it. You don't have to stay in the relationship with that person who treats you poorly, because you have the courage to move on from it. And if they don't like it because of you changing your energy, that is their stuff, not yours. Tell yourself that in any situation in public. You walk around somebody who's envious of you, who doesn't like you for some reason, and it's okay. That is their stuff, not yours. That person looks at you and thinks that there's something wrong with you. You have no idea why the person doesn't like you. They just don't. You don't need to fix it anymore. That is their stuff to deal with, not yours. There's something that you triggered in them. They have blockages, and they're not on the level that you are from doing all the inner work, from watching my videos on the channel here. They are living in the unconscious. I've brought you to a more conscious, aware way of being and living that is transforming you into being the best version of you, to start to attract the synchronicities and the opportunities for you to start to chase after that big dream. And the thing is with the dream is that when you mentally rehearse being it from the moment you wake up and reading your notes that you've made on the people you're inspired by, starting to take action on those dreams and start living with those feelings that it's already there. It's already done. If it was being a successful YouTuber, for an example, it's already done. The success is already here. I am it in this very moment. I am it in the present. If you wanted to be a successful business owner, the business is already a success. I feel it. And you start working on it with those elevated states, and things are going to start working in your favor. Because when you're working in the negative with trying to create something new, it ends up becoming unsuccessful or not even starting in the first place because you end up talking yourself out of it. Work on elevating your inner vibration to that of above courage and acceptance, and living in more loving, peaceful energies throughout your day, and live with as much gratitude. Because the more you live your life with gratitude, like that success is already here, right here and now. I can feel it. I feel gratitude throughout my whole day. I'm grateful for you guys that watch this video till the end. I'm grateful for this channel that's growing over time. I'm grateful for becoming a better content creator and better at the videos that I am putting my creative energy into. So thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe, and also watch this current meditation about elevating your vibe permanently. See you on the next one.